So there's an underrated rookie that a lot of people haven't really been speaking about, and that's probably due to the fact that he's an offensive lineman. You know, offensive linemen, they don't really get much attention from the media. They don't really get much coverage and stuff like that. But Kingsley Suamataia, or however you say his name, he is a legit tackle. I mean, he can even play right and he could play left. Like, he could do both. But in this video, I'm going to be explaining to y'all why he's such a legit tackle and why I think he has a chance to be the steal of the NFL draft, man, because linemen are honestly hard. You know, it's hard to come across offensive linemen that is going to be, you know, that cornerstone for your Mahomes blind side or any quarterback's blind side. And the rookie, he's like I wouldn't say he's developmental because I really like him. He's from BYU, so that's one of the reasons why Andy Reid likes him as well. And he's very smart. He's a very smart player, and he fits into the Kansas City Chiefs offensive line well. But let's talk about his strengths. So yeah, man, we obviously have a lot of rookies that are attempting to make their case for a roster spot, but we just haven't been speaking about Kingsley enough, and that's my fault because I don't really do too many videos on offensive linemen, and y'all know that. But the Chiefs may have landed the steal of the second round in BYU left tackle Kingsley. He was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs at number 63 overall, and they obviously gave Mahomes what he needed. We know that he needs a protector for his blind side. We know that. And he also may be the left side anchor along our offensive line for the foreseeable future. So getting a guy like that in the second round, it just goes to show you how much of a genius Brett Veach is. But we know this was Andy Reid's pick as well. Let's be real. BYU, come on. We know Andy Reid had some say in this. But Kingsley, he started his college career at Oregon in 2021, and then he ended up transferring to BYU prior to the 2022 season. His first year with the Cougars, he played in 12 games, starting in all of them. He did not allow a sack on the season. He was named to the freshman All-America second team. And yeah, he is obviously one of the most underrated offensive tackle prospects in this year's class. But he was just undervalued on the big boards, and you know how that go. He didn't get no media attention for real. But he's 6'5", 326 pounds. But even at that size, he has outstanding speed. He has great athleticism, and for somebody his size, that's very, very impressive, man. During the Chiefs all-season workouts, sources say that Kingsley, he has impressed the coaches and his teammates with both his strength and his agility. So that's good, man. Like, in college, he was reliable in pass protection, and he also has that toughness and tenacity as a run blocker. So don't sleep on him as a run blocker. Don't sleep on him as a run blocker. He's good on quick pulls. He's good on screens. So that is definitely going to help him go into Andy Reid's offense easy with no problem. No problem. So us getting a first-round talent in the second round, that fills a large hole for the offensive line. You know, we needed that. And Donovan Smith, he's unsigned. We're not bringing him back. But Wanya Morris, he might end up being the starter for year one. And then we'll see what happens after that. Pretty sure Kingsley's going to take his spot eventually, though. It's just, it's really, really important that the Chiefs have a solid, not even a solid, but above average offensive line, because Patrick Mahomes, yeah, he's young, but he has 3 Super Bowls, but he's still getting older and older and older, because in life you get older and older, you don't get any younger. So we don't want no injuries, or we don't want no unnecessary hits piling up on Mahomes. So you have a good offensive line, you want to have a good left tackle, good right tackle, you want to have a good offensive line throughout the whole line, so Patrick Mahomes, he has to be protected. All 5 linemen, they have to be able to protect Mahomes, because that's what is needed right now. That's how we're going to keep winning Super Bowls. We're keeping Mahomes protected, and we're not letting him get pressured. So having a left tackle like Kingsley, who has the skill set to really become one of the best tackles in the NFL, is very exciting. I mean, he's Peenie Sewell's cousin. I think he's Puka Nakua's cousin as well. So that superstardom is definitely in his blood, and I believe he's gonna impress. He's definitely gonna impress. He should be an upgrade over Donovan Smith. And Wanya Morris, yeah, he's solid too, but he's not. He's not good. He's okay, but he's not gonna be that guy at left tackle. I want to see Kingsley. Well, I don't think it's smart to let him start the first year, but I mean, if we do start Wanya Morris and then Wanya Morris ends up messing up, then we have no choice but to let Kingsley get up in there. You know, I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens this season when it comes to that left tackle spot. Is it going to be Kingsley that's going to be our guy? Is it going to be Wanya Morris, or are we going to re-sign Donovan Smith? I mean, Donovan Smith wasn't the worst, but he was getting penalties and, you know, those times where he got beat. But sitting down as a left tackle your first year is usually better than starting, because you see what happened with Evan Neal. He was one of the best tackles in college, and he ended up starting for the Giants, and he had a horrible season, horrible first year, but that's probably due to the fact that he started as a lineman. You're supposed to really sit back and develop when you're a lineman. But we'll definitely see what ends up happening with this this room when it comes to this tackle room. And my best bet is that Kingsley, he might end up sitting out year one, and then he'll become a beast year two. Or if he does start this year, he may have some mistakes in the beginning of the season, but I believe he's going to pick it up. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to tell y'all how good this rookie is, because he is very good and he has a lot of potential. I feel like a lot of Chiefs fans, we didn't really think about him or really talk about him too much because, you know, he's a tackle and it's like blah, blah, blah. He's drafted another lineman. Who cares? But y'all got to remember, Brett Veach is very good at finding offensive linemen. He found a Trey Smith in late rounds, and then he got Creed Humphrey in the second round. So Brett Veach is a great drafter when it comes to, you know, picking up offensive linemen. So Kingsley should be very good in our offense, very good in the system. He went to BYU. Fun fact, Andy Reid was a lineman for BYU. So that's something that, you know, they have in common. And to have something in common with your head coach, I'm pretty sure that's a good thing. But yeah, man, it's a lot to be excited for this season. Training camp is next week, I believe, or this week, training camp. I think it's on the 16th. So training camp is right around the corner. And then the preseason, I think that's in August, right? Yeah, the preseason's in August. So yeah, we have a lot more content coming out for y'all. But as far as right now, I'm just posting whatever I could, you know, trying to keep y'all entertained. But if you like this video, like, subscribe. It's me, your boy Chiefs Priority, and I'm out, man. Peace.